Paul McKenna for PT Boxing. I'm here today at the Hilton Hotel in Liverpool for the weigh-in. Tomorrow night fighting in the Olympia, Stephen Smith headlining against Devis Boshero. With me I've got Adam Smith and Johnny Nelson. How are you? But okay?
Yeah, we're good, very good.
Love Liverpool.
Love Liverpool.
You know what, I've never been to the Olympia.
More than you do.
yeah, maybe.
As I've just mentioned, Stephen Smith against Devis Boshero headlining tomorrow night to fighting. It's a tough fight for Stephen, but it puts him in that position for the world title, so a must-win fight.
I've always liked Stephen Smith. In many ways, I think he's had as much talent, if not more, than all of his siblings. He was a wonderful amateur, sparkling really. I think he got derailed slightly by Lee Selby, which is obviously no disgrace, seeing what's happened with Selby. But I think he's just stalled a little bit in the last sort of 18 months or so. I think that he needs a big fight. This is a big fight. It's a tough fight against an Italian who's been in for the world title. He was a European champion. He's hard. He looks in great shape. But it's a fight that Stephen can and should win. But he's got to look good on Saturday night. Otherwise, I think that he won't fulfil that promise that we all hoped he would. I still think he can be a world champion. I've always said that about Stephen Smith.
And if Stephen shuts him out, then let's not be saying, this was an easy opponent, because people inside the boxing fraternity say this is toughest test today. And this guy, he boxed for world title, he won European title, defended it 3 times. He's at a different side of the fence from Lee. Lee's coming there, he's been there, he wants to stay there, so they're both as hungry as each other, got a hunter's mentality. I think this fight is going to be a desperado fight for both fighters, but don't be surprised at the skill you see from Stephen Smith, because this is the night when he's going to perform today.
The Italian team see it as a real 50-50 fight, and they brought a number of guys over, which is always a big sign. He looks in tip-top condition on the scales. I mean, he may be slightly old and slightly on the wrong side, Boshero, but it's all about Stephen Smith and how he performs, how he can deliver, because he's got to get it right.
Definitely. Just sticking with the Smith family in general, big times for them. October 10th, Liam Smith fighting for his world title, and obviously November 7th, Callum against Rocky for the British. So, massive times at the minute for the Smith family.
Who's going to be the first world champion? Maybe it will be Liam. You thought possibly Paul. He was unlucky first time against Abraham. It was a tough, close fight. Second time, obviously Abraham, was too good, and then the Andre Ward fight was a level too far for Paul, as I'm sure he'd tell you himself. So Paul doesn't look like he's going to fulfil that. One of them will. Will it be Liam? Will it be Stephen? Will it be Callum? Will it be all three? I don't know, Liam's the sort of quiet one, isn't he, that's sort of come under the radar, and I think he's maybe the most improved of all of them. And as for Callum, I mean, if he can get past Rocky Fielding, which is a terrific clash in itself, then surely he's destined for big things.
I think for Liverpool, Callum and Rocky Fielding, for Liverpool, they've got to appreciate what Matchroom have done there to put that fight on, because I thought maybe get these guys up a level, make it for a world title or a world title.
Eliminate it.
You don't know, but this is a great fight to be putting on. To me, that's the taste of it. Liam, very, very skillful. The whole family is very skillful, so it's just a matter of time when the world title starts to trip into the family cabinet, but they will fall.
I think Callum Smith and Rocky Fielding is a firecracker. I really do. I think it's one of the best matches we've seen on these shores in months. I really do. I think it's going to be electric on the night. The echo's going to be rocking. But listen, we've got a good one at Olympia first on Saturday.
That's it, 100%. Obviously, last Saturday we were at the O2. Anthony Joshua against Gary Cornish, Dylan White, Brian Minto. You had John Wayne Hibbert against Dave Ryan 3 as well. It was an exciting night, but let's start with Joshua. Absolutely explosive and ultimately blew Cornish away in a round.
It's just going from strength to strength for Anthony Joshua, isn't it? The journey is becoming more addictive to be around. People are really flocking to him now. I think the casual audience are really starting to get tuned in, and people believe he's brutal inside the ring, and he's fabulous outside of it, isn't he? He says the right stuff. He hits hard, he's athletic, he dealt with Cornish probably more emphatically than anyone thought he would. Now for Dylan White, the old amateur rival, and there's bitterness there, especially from White's side. Really looking forward to that on December the 12th, and unsurprisingly it sold out within 3-4 hours.
Yes, it did. Let's just see who's matured more as a professional. We all know about Anthony Joshua's maturity. We've seen him grow up, develop in front of our very own eyes from day one. Dylan White, he's the guy that people think, can he do it? Maybe after his fight against Minto, we're thinking You know, can he really do it? Is he serious? That to me, I think was a blip. That to me, even though he got the win, I think it was a below par performance. And Dylan will tell you that. So don't let that fight fool you. I think potentially when these two get in the ring, it's going to be one hell of a fight, and it's personal.
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
what adds a bit of spice to any fight.
That's it, definitely. Just before we end up, last question. There's a few shows in between, but I'm going to jump straight over to October 24th. Sheffield, Kelbrook against Diego Chavez, and also showing on that night Tyson Fury against Vladimir Klitschko on Sky Sports. Just predictions of both of you for the both fights.
It's a massive night for Sky Sports box office, it really is. Listen, I'm going to slightly sit on the fence, but I think that Johnny will be in Sheffield because Kel, obviously old stablemate, defending his world welterweight title, big show there. I'm not sure I'm going to be either Sheffield or Germany. Both are great nights, aren't they? I think Fury against Klitschko is fascinating. Tyson's going to talk the talk, isn't he, all the way through. I think he's going to get himself into the best shape of his life. It's a wonderful golden opportunity for him. Vladimir Klitschko shows no signs of decline. He signed a new 5-year deal with RTL. He's got no sign of sort of hanging the gloves on or anything like that. I think that 50,000 people will be there hoping that Vladimir, or most of them, there'll be I think maybe 5,000 or 10,000 Fury fans, but most will be hoping Vladimir retains in style. Who knows? You know, it's heavyweight boxing, and Fury's got to go and give it everything.
I actually hope Fury does it.
Yeah.
Because it will blow the heavyweight.
Do you think he will?
I don't think he will, but I hope he does, because he can
Massive,
do it, but
massive.
I don't think he will, because it'll blow the whole heavyweight scene to pieces.
He's big, he's awkward, he's unpredictable, and maybe that will give him the best chance, but it's a tough ask.
As for Kelbrook, I think he's right to start set himself a new goal, which is to try and match, if not beat, Floyd Mayweather's record.
Definitely.
So good on him.
That's it. Okay, well, thanks a lot for your time today, Adam and Johnny. Appreciate your time, and we'll speak to you soon.
Cheers. See you later.